And coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, just guys talking about sports and stuff. Ray and Rodney, or Rodney and Ray, whatever. It's the R&R show.
Fight the power! Fight the power, that beat! What up? Yeah, boy! I thought you waited on me to go, ah! What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the R&R show. Another Tuesday edition to discuss some sports and things and stuff. All that kind of good stuff. I am Ray. Welcome to the R&R show. Like I always like to start this thing, I like to thank y'all for watching, tuning in, subscribing, liking, sharing. YouTube, Me Too, We Too, Twitter, Instagram. We on all them platforms. We thank y'all for following us. But if you know somebody that ain't doing the same, make sure you tell them to tell their mom them, to tell their mom them, to tell their mom them, to tell their mom them. Hold on 1 second.
Tell their daddy be still around.
I said, hold on. Tell their mama them. Tell their mama them. And who else?
Tell their daddy he's still around.
Tell their daddy if he's still around. He probably ain't. He probably out getting ready to go trick or treat or something like that. This is the R&R show. What's going on, man? How everybody feeling tonight? How everybody feeling? How y'all feeling out there, R&R world?
R&R world. But R&R. What do you call our followers? Well, we never came up with no name, you know.
I got a name for some of.
Not the ones you want to be for. I got you in, didn't I? I always want somebody to be in the bed.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. I mean, how you living, man? How you feeling? Hey, man, we've been doing a check-in. We've been doing a check-in, man. We've been doing a check-in.
We've been doing a check-in?
We've been doing a check-in, just like our boys on the yeah, I am athlete, you know, B Marsh and all them cats. I don't want to know about I don't want to know your finance business. I just want to know your health and your mental health. 1 to 10, where you at, dog?
Health-wise, all things considered, I'm sorry. Their mental health, I could do better, you know, in my regular health-wise, you know, just exercise and all that kind of stuff. But I ain't sick, so, you know, nobody should bump it up to an 8, so I ain't got no ailments right now, so I'm good. But, let's see, I can't say that word. Mental, there it is.
There it is.
Mentally, God, that's a hard word for me right now. I can change that health back down. But,
yeah.
I mean, mentally, I'm good. I probably put at a 9. With the one being there with the one open spot being for this uncertainty in life.
Of course.
Scale, they have no issues, no problems. I got some stuff that come up and don't come up. So I'm trying to mind. I'm happy. I'm good.
That's what's up. Me physically, I'm gonna say I am at a 6. And I say 6 because I've been slacking at the gym. Life kind of got in my way, and now I got to pick that back up. And I fell off the wagon, especially this weekend by me being down at Biloxi. I ate all of the wrong stuff on purpose. And so now I'm trying to make up for it. And so now I'm trying to eat a spinach salad. And
ain't no such thing with the wrong stuff unless you eating acid.
Okay, Chad Johnson. Look at this. Okay. How about the wrong stuff? All right, look. Mentally.
You ain't one food.
Mentally, I feel like I'm good. I'm say about an 8. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything, not everything is just peachy, but it's good. I don't have any major complaints, just the normal stresses of life as a person that works a 9 to 5 and still got a family to juggle and get extracurricular activities and groups and things of that nature that you're involved in. So sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time in the day, but it's all good. It's all good.
There you go.
But other than that, we living over here, dog. We living. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all good? Everybody good?
Okay, I know Truck on there. I know Truck on. I see Truck on in the show. I see Aaron in the show.
Yeah. Truck just got his phone on. He actually on the video game. He actually on the video game.
He's gonna get ready. He going around. He probably got the big thermal that you when you ain't playing. They ain't put the fist up, the arm muscles up. He in there. But then they light skin.
That's yellow.
Man, look. Hey,
man.
Hey. I know you saw everything that happened on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We got a big weekend. We had a big weekend. We had some stuff that rolled over from last weekend into this weekend. So we might well start where it started. We're gonna start with the college side first.
No, I want to start with John Gruden. I want to start with the biggest news out there, and that's John Gruden.
Oh, you want to start with Gruden?
Yeah, I want to start with John Gruden. That's the biggest news out there.
We can start with Gruden. Gruden.
That's where everybody started. Man, come on in. You ain't seen no sports today?
Give me the rundown on Gruden before you go to your opinions and all that. Give me the story, because everybody gonna know the story.
All right, this story of John Gruden. John Gruden, that was an investigation launched on the Washington football team of their work environment and their atmosphere and things of that nature. And in the investigation, some emails came up, those from dealing with John Gruden. John Gruden sent some emails to Bruce Allen, close friend of his, and in that. This one particular email that was sent to him, there was he was showing his disliking of the way the NFL the player association for the NFL. What's his name? Okay. The president. What's his name? Give me his name. Come on, man. It's right on the tip of my lips. There we go. Anyway, he said he did not like the way the lockout was going at the time. This was in 2011. Was it 11?
He wasn't even in the league. He was working for ESPN.
Yeah, right. He was working for ESPN at the time, but that's what was going on. What's the lockout or something? It was something that was going on, and he did. Yeah, it was a lockout deal. It was lockout, potential lockout, and he went at the character of the president of the Players Association, not the way he's handling the job or whatnot, but he went at his appearance with a racial, with a strong racial undertone, saying he got lips like Michelin tire. It was ugly. It was ugly. That was not called for. It was a racial jab, as you could say. But he was asked about it. He was like, "Oh, that's what I like to say about people who lie, or that's what I like to say about liars. They got rubber lips." But that was so far from the truth. And so this started to come up. About that ordeal there, and they went on to play Sunday, which they got blown out. What a coup! Which they got blown out. And yesterday, more emails was dropped where he had some homophobic things to say about the LBGT I say alphabet community. Don't be mad at me, y'all, but I just have a hard time naming all of it.
LGBTQ. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what Rodney said, the alphabet people, and he had something negative to say about them, particularly Michael Sam being drafted into the NFL. He had something to say about,
Well, I was going to say about Michael Sam and about the coach that was pushed to draft Michael Sam by Roger Goodell.
Yeah, Jim Fisher.
Yeah. And he thought about Roger Goodell at the time.
Right.
Like,
and so he also blasted. He also blasted Roger Goodell, calling him a female body part. And I ain't talking about tatas. Get a little lower. Right. And he talked about women being referees in the NFL. He had something to say about that. So all these things came out. But and now he's without a job. Now, that's what happened in a nutshell. Now, do you want my take on this? Of course you want my take on this. This is my take on this. All right, this is my take. Okay, number one. When it came out about what he said about the Mr. Smith, I'm gonna call his last name Smith, Mr. President. So when Demaris Smith, president of the Players Association, what he said about him I was like, okay, so are we not gonna fire this guy? I mean, in a time when the NFL, quote unquote, is trying to get aboard this movement of racial inequality, with the slogans on the helmet, the slogans in the end zone, it's about us, no racism, and all this kind of stuff that the NFL is trying to portray. I'm gonna say portray, and I mean when I say portray, because it's quite evident it's people in the NFL that still feel the same way John Gruden does. It's just that he got caught. But anyway, so in a time when all of this is going on with the NFL and this come about, and you mean to tell me there's no action going to be taken by Davis, the owner, or whatnot? I mean, come on, man. So it wasn't until the rest of the things that came out about the LGBTQ community. Did I say that right? LGBTQ.
I guess.
In that, not in that particular order, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It wasn't until it came out about the emails concerning them and the women coaching and all these other things. It took that for him to lose his job. Yeah, he deserved to lose his job, I feel, from the beginning. But why did it take all of this in order for him to lose his job? Now, number one, so you mean to tell me that the owner of the Raiders and the rest of the NFL had all these emails. They have all these emails now. They got these emails, but nothing is being acted upon with dealing with John Gruden. So when they didn't move, when the Raiders didn't move quick enough to let him go after the Michelin lip comment, so the NFL, I'm gonna say the NFL because it's somebody. I don't know in particular who in the NFL, but it's somebody in the NFL. Somebody, one of these coaches, or not coaches, but one of these owners or organizations. Different. I'm gonna say another organization because the NFL is organization. Linked it to Wall Street and the New York Times and all this kind of stuff about the rest of the things that he was doing. And when that hit the fan, Mr. Davis came in and Monday and said, Mr. Gruden, I need to see you in my office. Kick rocks. We don't need this kind of publicity right now. So I feel like not enough emphasis is putting on that. Why did you have to wait for all of this stuff to come out in order for you before you let him go, per se? Because he didn't resign. You know he didn't resign. Because when he was questioned Saturday in the press conference, Sunday after the game in the press conference, somebody asked, I'm not gonna answer no questions about this or whatever. I made a statement, whatever. You don't get to do that. You don't get to end when we talk about this. You did this. So there's him. Now let me tell you, it's going to be some more heads to roll after this, because all the people he sent this email to. Now this is going to be focused. The people he sent this email to. Now you have to question them. Bruce Allen. You have to question him. You got to question others. There's going to be some more heads to roll out after these shenanigans.
I would venture to say that.
What up, Lamont?
Yeah, you didn't see him jump in there when he said it. Scroll back.
No, I didn't. I was on my rant. I'm sorry. I was on my rant. What up, Jonathan Flippo? What's going on?
I would tell you this, Ray.
Tell me.
I would go back to say, as far as it was kind of. I ain't gonna say the NFL or somebody in the NFL per se leaked it like we think that it got leaked, because it wasn't leaked. It was somebody just said, "Hey man, y'all don't want to do nothing about this? Okay, I'm gonna just go and let everybody see it." So,
hey, bro, that's what makes it a leak.
No. A leak is if it gets out accidentally, like, hey, this got seen by somebody that wasn't supposed to be seen.
Okay, whistleblower. Okay, then whistleblower.
Yeah, this is more like a whistleblower deal. Like, hey man, y'all know how this is. Y'all don't see this, and I think somebody just got to the point to where they said this is the right thing to do, and I'm gonna do it, because the NFL didn't take credit for it. Nobody took credit for releasing.
But the NFL is not going to take credit for
it. All this information came about because the NFL was investigating Washington.
Okay, that's what I'm getting to. Who was doing the investigation?
The NFL was investigating Washington and some crap that went down way back in 2010. Okay.
Of course. Okay.
So while we were reviewing these emails, John Gruden's name pops up, and they had some hit words that was connected in the emails. All right. So whatever they used to look up these 65,000 emails that was during that time, some words popped up that's red flag. John Gruden's name happened to be on those emails. John Gruden sent these emails to old boy in Washington, his friend, his buddy, going back and forth while he was working for ESPN.
Which question him also. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get to that. Now the thing is,
birds of feathers flock together. I'm just saying.
Something happened and came about and it's gone. Right? Like it's okay. Yeah, he sent all this stuff. And then it's like when it came out this weekend, it's just like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, y'all okay with just letting this dude call somebody, a person of color, comparing his lips to child, and then that's okay. And then, you get to the point to where nothing was really said about what's going to be done. And I know that was done on purpose because they didn't know what was released. Oh, God. So they didn't know what was released, okay? Because if the other stuff had been released, he would not have been coaching on Sunday. If everything that came out yesterday had come out Saturday, he wouldn't have been coaching on Sunday. I can tell you that right now. But they held on to it to see if it could blow over, and then somebody said, "Oh, so y'all still ain't gonna say nothing," and they dropped the rest of them. So the fact that they had to make it bad for him to get put out just shows you, like you were saying, that culture is just a show. Because if it wasn't a show, there would have been some immediate response taken from him saying what he said, even though he was not employed by the NFL at the time of those issues. He was not employed by the NFL at that time.
My question to you right now. No, he wasn't. He was working for ESPN, doing Monday Night Football, everything. But look, you're correct in what you're saying. Everything that you're saying, you are correct. But my question to you is, who is they?
Now, me just thinking I'm thinking not having to hear nothing else. It's the backhand of the NFL that said, "Hey man, it's like, we got to do something."
It's the who? It's the who?
The backhanded NFL. The
Backhand.
backhanded. The backhand.
I mean,
people on the back. It's got to do with people behind the scenes that say that
it's the
it gets to
okay. It's the,
right behind the scenes.
It's the NFL. It's the NFL. Period. I don't care. I don't care if they give it to somebody and hire them. It was the NFL who did it. It was the other 31 teams.
When it comes out the way it comes out, way it came out, you know for a fact that somebody went to the NFL and said, hey, if y'all don't come on, we gonna come on. Because this can't happen. That's what happened. They pushed the NFL hand because if you don't go ahead and do this, we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be a lot more damage than what you do. We're gonna let you release it at your pace, but we are gonna be the ones. We're gonna do it if you don't do it. And that's what happened. Because if they had released all Saturday, it would have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been worse.
Try the zone, Rodney. Try the zone. Yeah. Try the zone.
The thing that gets me real quick is we heard Keyshawn Johnson give his intake, and I wish I had got the video, but it was like forever long. But we heard him get you on John Gruden, right? And how he tried to tell people about Gruden back in the day. And
right.
But back in the day, he tried to tell people about it, right? To some extent. Right. I don't know what extent he tried to tell them. It's to some extent. Now he come back to
But I watched him today and he explained what he was talking about.
Okay.
And what he said, what he said today on First Take was talking about Keyshawn Johnson was he's like all these things, all this how he felt about Demarius Smith, how he felt about the women being in the league as refs, how he felt about the LBGQT community. He said he didn't know all these things. He said that he didn't know, but he said what he did know that he was not a good person. He was not a good person.
Stop right there.
Okay.
So he said that he was not a good person.
Yep.
I mean, I know a lot of people that's not good people, but what are you trying to tell? You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay. But let me finish. See, you didn't watch it. I watched it. Let me finish. He went on to talk about how he treated players that he felt like wasn't on a particular status. The way he treated some coaching staff, is the way he treated people. Period. Like he was above them and they were beneath him. He like this was a reoccurring thing because you got to remember when he was with Tampa Bay. They dismissed him from the team and tried to make it seem like he was the problem. When he was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed, but I'm just gonna do what I do. I'm going to go home like y'all told me to do, whatever. And then after a while, he just said he had enough. He got tired of sitting back on the sideline watching people treat this guy like he's a good person when he know how he treat people and how he talk to people, how he handles situations in a bad way. And how the person, and he just kept saying, this is not a good person. And he had started saying it back then. He was continuing to say it now. He said, this just solidifies what he said about the type of person that he is. Now, he is not the only one. I'm just waiting to see who else what other dominoes are gonna fall. Because go ahead.
It's not gonna be. It's the thing is when it's released the way it's released and the file was found, it was because of one particular thing that went down then. Okay, so John Gruden felt comfortable enough to talk to somebody in that manner and was like, all right, this between me and you, blah, but you're using the NFL email address and using your anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna talk, I'm not okay. So the thing is, who else is gonna file from this? or who's not going to fall for this, that's still to be said. But the thing is, the NFL got all of this. And they
The
know
the NFL sat on this. That's what
thing.
ticks me off. They sat on it.
That's the power of the NFL. It's behind the scenes stuff to make people act right. Because you have not heard anything out of Daniel Snyder since he demanded he was not going to change his name for the team. They think about it, okay? Think about it. When you get to acting the fool, hey bro, you might want to chill out. I got something on you, okay?
You know why? You know why you haven't heard anything from him? Because people was coming forward talking about his organization was ran like a frat house. When people started blowing the whistle about that, and they launched that investment, that's what I'm saying. That's why he chilled out. That's why he chilled out.
That's the point I'm making. But see, this is the thing. He shouldn't be in power like he is. All right? Just from this little bit alone, he shouldn't be in power. There have been lawsuits that have not even come to light yet because he's in power. And the NFL said, we're going to let you make your money. You just shut your mouth. And that ain't right.
His friends, his buddies.
That's what I'm saying. It's going on and it's been going on. He changed the name because he had to, not because he wanted to. He playing ball because he has to.
He has to. And when this is,
I'm gonna let you make your money because I got this dope on you. All right. So you need to shut up and play ball and let this happen the way it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
So
they take care of their own.
They take care of their own, and that's what happens. And the thing about it, though, is this. If you haven't heard none of this today, your opinion on John Gruden would have been that's a football mastermind. He's crunk. He gets a little wild. He gets a little crazy, but he's a good football person. You are
because you don't know about all this.
Because you don't know about all this. I said that to say this. Every day we walk around, we watch, we talk with people that are like this all the time.
Exactly.
It's right here in your face. We have gotten so used to, oh man, that's just Ray. He crazy when it comes, that's right. That's just how they do. But the thing is, you are sitting with these snakes every day, and
every day.
Drop of a line, you have no idea what's on their mind.
No. Now check this out right now. How often you got an inner circle? Okay, you do have an inner circle. Am I correct? Okay? When I say inner circle, explain to everybody what an inner circle is. When I say your inner circle, explain to everybody what it is.
That's your people. That's your crew. Them your boys. Them the ones that you can talk to and joke with and have fun with and kind of be on the same wavelength most of the time. And you can say things to each other that you can't say in general public. Or that you
exactly.
Say in general.
People that you trust to say things, talk around, be comfortable around. Period. Your people that you are your friends that you are comfortable with. That way you won't be judged. That they know you, you know them. You can say things. How often have you had a conversation with your inner circle that you cannot have with the world?
Man, every day.
Okay, that's why I'm saying that's my point. There. I'm not saying everybody, and I'm not saying everybody, and I'm not saying most, but there are more than enough that's like John Gruden. They got things that they can say to their compadres that they feel cool with. Oh, I can say this to him. I can say this to her. I can say this to them. They understand where I'm coming from, and you don't expect it to go no farther than that. And that's what this situation was. But this investigation pulled the cover off of everything. And there are more people in the NFL that's like-minded like that.
Well, I will tell you this though. I will tell you this from the jump. It's like that because we've been talking about this since we started doing the show. Mm-hmm. About the ones in charge and the ones that's coming.
Come on now.
Exposed. So you got to realize, and we had discussions about it before. going back about the Houston Texans owner, about Jerry Jones, about
Come on now.
Robert Kraft. We don't have
Come on now. Come on now.
And it's just, they're just how they are. No, they're just not how they are. There is a underlying atmosphere.
Dude, it goes back to this. This is America.
Just take, right. I mean, it basically is what it is.
This is America.
Pull that out of any organization, out of any company. You can
and I'm not.
This is what's happening.
And I'm not. And when I say what I'm about to say, y'all, I'm not. I ain't trying to hurt anybody. I ain't trying to come at nobody or anything like that. But these are the facts. The NFL is owned by 32 rich white men, rich old white men, and the mentality of rich old white men is empowerment. It's empowerment. They can do what they want. They don't have to change nothing and all this kind of stuff unless it's affecting their bottom line. Now, the NFL for years, have been 70% or more predominantly black as far as players. How long did it take for it to be at least 3 black head coaches in the league at one time out of 32 teams? How often do we talk about black coordinators, offensive coordinators, or defensive coordinators that get passed over, who are more than qualified for head coaching positions, but always get passed over? The Rooney Rule have always been a joke. You can interview them. It don't say you have to hire. Okay, and what I'm saying is the mentality of these 32 owners is, we can't do nothing that affects our bottom line. The only reason they moved on the unequal justice dealing with the black race is because the black players said enough is enough. The top black players, not these little peons that just get a basic check. I'm talking about the face of the NFL. I'm talking about Russell Wilson. I'm talking about Saquon Barkley. I'm talking about Hopkins. I'm talking about these top tier players come out and say enough is enough. The George Floyd thing got this ball rolling, and the NFL got on with. The NFL players got on with. So if the NFL players, their money maker, if they get on with it and say enough is enough, the owners have no choice but to come with it because their bottom line is being affected. So they have to show some kind of concern. If it's genuine, I'm not going to say all 32 teams are genuine. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say he believe that.
Right. But
they have to go along. They have to go along to get along, so it won't affect their bottom line. That's why they got John Gruden out. That's why the NFL got John Gruden out of there, because during this time, okay, the YouTube movement. You gonna say something crazy to a woman during this time, during the YouTube movement, when they roasting everybody for doing? Come on now, I'm just saying.
Wow.
So during this time, go ahead.
The biggest thing, and I say this about a lot of stuff when we get talking about this subject. The right people aren't saying anything. All right. The majority of the people aren't saying anything. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with the NFL. Okay? Because if you look at the NBA, they I'm not gonna say that every team is absolutely right, but the way the league is run is what needs to happen. All right.
But there's a cultural problem. There's a cultural problem in the NFL.
You can't be that cultural person in the NFL. I don't care how many people come up and say, hey, we want this, we want that. Until there's a real issue with money, then they're not going to do anything about it. All right? Russell Wilson can stand up and say, hey, I want to see equality for this and that. Okay, let's start this little organization, and then that's the end of it. But if Russell Wilson said, hey, I'm not going to play until this happens, they'll be like, okay, You can go join Kaepernick. We'll find somebody else to take your place. That's on one person, right? Now, if you want to add 90%, 80% of the black players to do this, now you got some attention. But this one here, this one there, and this one here, it ain't gonna do it. And this one, that one, me and you, out of this group, somebody gonna say, I'm not gonna mess with my money because your owner suck.
Right.
That's gonna be the issue forever and a day because they never gonna be on the same page because you
can't
your point. Same thing.
To your point, and pretty much mine, when Cap came out and said the exact same thing that everybody else in the NFL was saying last year, they blackballed him out of the league. They shut him up. They called him a troublemaker, and this, that, and the third. And he is saying nothing no different than everybody else was saying that is saying now or last year. It wasn't till I wish so bad that the same people that spoke out. It shouldn't have took George Floyd's death in order for all the players to stand out. The same thing that was being said by Kaepernick. It took George Floyd's death that Kaepernick said was going on in order for everybody else to come on and get along, get aboard and try to get this thing rectified as far as the NFL saying something, speaking out about it. Once again, is it genuine by the NFL? No. It's just because these top tier players speaking out about it and they feel like, okay, these are influential people. This could, we need to get up and we need to do something. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry. You was right. We were wrong. All right, let's put this on the field. No racism. Black Lives Matter. We in this together and things of that nature. It shouldn't take that. Yeah, and until then, and things are never going to change. I don't care how much paint they put out on the football field. There are still people that put that down on those helmets, pay the money to put that on the helmet, and still feel the same way John Gruden feels. I'm just saying.
The thing is this too, though, right? The thing is this too, though. We sit here and we talk about the players, but when the country is watching this happen and continue to support that league, that right there is another thing that you got to worry about. Because until they say, hey, man, y'all, this is like way out of control crazy. Like, this is basically like the Clippers when the old boy had them. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is exactly what, but everybody's going to have to say, hey, man, enough is enough. Y'all got to do something with these teams. You got to do something with the product. You got to do something other than wait for somebody to die before the whole country erupts, before we address it. But there was nothing said before this. There was nothing said. They had these little mentor programs, but there was no real action taken by the NFL to do anything about anything racist up until that point, until they had to, because if they didn't, they would have lost money on top of money.
But I know one thing, Rodney. You might can say something about black folks. You might can say something. You might kick a dog. You might can get by saying something about a woman. But them alphabet people, you better not touch it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's the craziest thing about it, though, Ray. That's the crazy thing about it to me. A person is a person. But the fact of the matter that you elevate, I mean, it's been messed up forever, since the beginning of time, almost. It's been messed up. You elevate one particular group above another particular group. And for what reason? For what purpose? Because one group has more power than another group? Or because one group may just turn the tables in their favor before they turn in yours. All right?
Right.
So we have that community that will show up and show out, and you think you're gonna walk through their line and go to a football game if they haven't let this dude keep on playing? Nah.
No sir.
Be prepared to do their damage for years. They would be prepared to do that for years. And people will sit here and talk bad about, like you said, you can kill a dog, but then you're gonna come back and be on broadcasting games and on talk shows, making money later. You can say something bad about black
or playing quarterback. I'm just saying. But look, I did not want to go this long with this, but now I just. Hey, look though, Rodney. I watched First Take. I watched Undisputed, and I was like, dang man, they make this whole show about that. Now I can actually see why, because there's so many different avenues. But look, we really got to wrap this up with him, man. Was it a good move for them to fire him? Yes. He should have been fired after the first situation that was uncovered about DeMaurice Smith.
The thing though, Ray, is this: should he have even been given a chance to coach again?
He won't get a chance to coach again.
I'm not saying go forward. I'm saying when he got this job, when he signed that $100 million contract.
But nobody knew. That's the thing. Nobody knew.
Somebody knew.
No, nobody knew.
Didn't know. How long he been in that job? How long he been in the job? 4 years?
Something like that.
But
I'm saying.
This is the point. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You said it yourself. He was fired in Tampa. They put him out.
I was talking about Keyshawn Johnson.
Well, no. Well, they
when I said he was fired or let go or sent home, I was talking about Keyshawn Johnson. I never said anything about John Gruden being fired.
But check it out though. If they knew, because they knew about this, right? You're not going to sit here and convince me that nobody knew about the interactions that John Gruden had while all this stuff was going on.
I'll say this:
he should not have been hired as that coach, because at that time, I'm gonna just bring something to you, and I'm gonna tell you if it doesn't make any sense. At the time he was hired, they had a black GM.
Okay.
When he came in, he had the GM replaced.
Okay.
Those things that Keyshawn Johnson was talking about him not being a good person, they came up, but they hired him anyway. But
this didn't come up. The derogatory statements towards Smith, his dislike for women in the NFL, his dislike for gays. These things weren't brought to light then.
Look at this.
I don't think the frat knew about Gruden.
Yes.
I mean the frat knew about Gruden.
The only reason he was in there is because they didn't think he was going to get caught.
I can go with that. But till then, that's just speculation. All we know right now is that this was uncovered and he was fired for it. That's all we know right now. We can't say that they knew about this way back then. The investigation wasn't way back then.
The thing about it though, they knew earlier. They knew way earlier than some, right?
Man, they probably did, but we can't say that.
They've been on Washington for a minute, bro. This ain't the first time they just jumped on Washington. They've been on Washington for a minute. Yeah. Because everything in Washington cooled down. You got to look at the overall picture, and it's hard to do because we keep getting all these distractions. Like, hey, George Floyd, man, all the stuff they did last year, putting stuff on the field, playing the national black anthem, all this.
If they do, Rodney, if they did know, there's not a distraction that was going on in the world that should have kept this on the wraps. I'm just saying.
But the thing is, this wasn't, like I'm saying, this wasn't supposed to come out the way it did. Because if anything, he shouldn't have been in that position.
Rodney, it wasn't supposed to come out. Period.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. If he's at a point to where it's just getting frustrated because he shouldn't have been here. All right. And we know, me and you know this. There's a lot of other executives and coaches in the league that shouldn't be there either. And until something happens, they'll still be there. And this will continue to happen. They just got to come up with a better way of not getting caught.
Yeah.
But
look, man. But look, man, we've been on for 45 minutes. And this has been a good topic. But we got to touch on something else before we get out of here. I mean, it got to be a part 2 to this. Man, part 2 next week about the John Gruden deal. Because I ain't done. I ain't done. Something else is going to come out. Some more people going to get. Where you want to go next, man?
Why not just go to another coach? Let's go to Urban Meyer.
Why not? Let's go to Urban Meyer. Okay, I'm going to let you set this story up.
All right, so
look, Roger. Expect me to jump in and critique a little bit of your story if you leave out something. But go ahead.
just do the church. Excuse me when you get ready to do it. Then I know you can.
I got you.
So we know Urban Meyer had issues at Florida. They tried to cover up and run from him because of health issues. He had issues at Ohio State. He tried to run from him and cover up because he had health issues. And then he just took the time out. Well, all of a sudden, he gets the coach's job for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Deserved, undeserved, that's another story. He gets there and gets the top quarterback. People say the top quarterback. I don't think he's the top quarterback, but he gets the number 1 quarterback out of the draft. All right? So now, he has his quarterback, loses 4 straight, and instead of a rookie NFL coach getting on the plane, going back, getting ready for the next game, he decides to stay. Who they play against? Cleveland? Was that the last game before that? Either way, he stayed in Ohio. He stayed in Ohio for a reason he said was to see the grandkids. Lo and behold, a tape, that's what he said. A tape comes out that shows him at a bar.
You doing good, man. You doing good. You hitting all the points. You good. I thought I was gonna have to help you out with something. You got it. Go ahead.
He saw a video services of him after the game, a day after the game, a couple days after the game, whatever, at a bar with a young thing grinding on him.
Grinding. What up, Penny?
Grinding on him. It was a TikTok video. Yes, sir, you are right. It was a TikTok video that came out. And the whole world was like, except for me. I just laughed. I said, this dude's career is over. So the video comes out of him with his hands between his legs and the young lady grinding between his legs, but you can't see his hands. All you can see is like up to his wrist.
If you a man,
she was.
I shouldn't have to talk about.
I'm gonna do like this. He was twerking on him, because I'm saying twerking because it wasn't a good twerk. Like, but anyway, he had his hands like this. But it comes out, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm staying back. I don't know the young lady. I was just at a bar. She comes to me and started dancing on me." First of all, you got to do better with your receipts and your responses.
Exactly.
Because you went back to college. You went back to school. You went and did stuff that Ohio. You did stuff that college coaches do, and you think that nobody's going to say nothing because you're the big man on campus. You're in Ohio State, and they're not going to say nothing. They'll just be like, "Oh man, he already getting this guy. That's my coach." But no, you're not that guy anymore. You can't do that. Evidence on top. That's what happened. You out here chilling with the Gen Z, like Willie said, and they out here doing their thing. So now his family is in a bad spot. His daughter had to come out His wife had to delete her Instagram, and the thing about it, she's just there because she should have divorced him a long time ago, like time ago.
But she helped with his cover. She helped with the cover up in Ohio State. So because she knew the woman was getting beat. But that's another story.
Inner Circle. The Inner Circle. You know we had the Inner Circle a few minutes ago.
Inner Circle.
Now he goes back and then comes out later that the lady that was dancing on him, he actually knew her. This one about no lady just walking up dancing on him.
Man, that was some trim.
Like comments and responses and all this old stuff that happened while he was there. He knew her. So now he got his team, his NFL team, which we'll go back to the beginning of the season. He lost control of them. Well, he started to lose control of them, or how they say lose the locker room. When he had Tim Tebow in there trying out for tight end, and all these other people that have been playing his position since 9th grade are looking at him, and all these other people that's looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? Like, we got a tight end. Actually, we got like 3. And you bring in Tebow because he just want to play football, and that's your guy? He lost a lot of people off of that in the locker room. And then you talk to these men about being men, handling your business, and doing this and doing the right thing, and you get caught in the bar with a girl twerking on you that you knew of to win your life. And that goes to show that they lost the rest of it.
Can I ask you you're a married man. You've been married for, let's say 21 years. Let's just say 21 years. I'm just throwing them out there. 21. All right. And me and you and maybe a couple of other bros or friends or whatnot, we had I'm going to say a bar. I'm not going to even call it a club because that's what it looked like. He was at a bar with a lot of people.
It was just one of them slashes, you know.
And so, even if it's somebody you know, I'm just asking you as a married man. Even if it's somebody you know that you are very, very cool with, would you dare let her position herself the way she was positioned, like that young lady was positioned on Urban Meyer? Would you let that young lady do you like this?
Well, that young lady wouldn't even get
let me tell you something. Not given now, you are nobody compared to Urban Meyer. I'm just saying. Would you?
God, that lady wouldn't get closer with the whisper to me. Hey, how you doing? Right.
Boy, that's a good answer. That's a good answer because I'm about to say, your wife watched this show too.
COVID, and then the simple fact that there's a barrier around married men when they go, supposed to be, when they go places, and the majority of people that see it knows it.
Yeah.
You don't go in, and then this thing, you in Ohio State, you in Ohio, everybody know your face when you walk up in there with Ohio State.
Yes.
Hey man, it's Urban Meyer. We did a fundraiser with his wife. She over on the ground, and I got her, Urban.
So this looks like, now this portrays the image to the Jacksonville Jaguars organization. We haven't won a game yet. I'm a rookie coach. I got this top-notch rookie wide receiver that I'm trying to bring along, and we haven't won a game yet.
Haven't got close.
Not even right. So that means my head is not apparently not with the team. It's on. My mind is on partying and on this trim over here.
He said it was on the grandkid.
No. Well, James said it seemed like a setup to him. It may seem like a setup. I would go with you, James, but he already knew this young lady. So I'm not gonna say it's a setup. I'm not gonna say it's a setup.
I've been around all your comments tonight, bro. But
James, he just got caught. He just got caught. That's all it was. He was slotted.
Did you see his back? He was hurt. He wasn't. There was no negative posture with him. He was hurt. Make sure he got all the way down, bro.
Rod, my question to you is, where we see him in the 2022 season as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Right now, today.
I don't care if he win out.
Okay. If he wins out, I think he'll be there. Barely.
What do y'all think? Do y'all see? Do y'all see? James said yes. James said yes. Do y'all see Urban Meyer as the head coach next year?
If you right now today, you asking me this question, I'm gonna say he will be there next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fraternity wants him to succeed. They want to see him go in there and do good. They want to see money go and flow, and that team get up and make and make him look good, because the hire was a questionable hire anyway. So they kind of got to get him. They got to give him a chance to make it right. They got to give him a chance to be a better human being. It's all about forgiveness. We forgive you. You ain't talking about no LGBT. You ain't killing no bad person. You straight. Just come on.
Talk about who? Talk about who? Talk about who?
The LGBT. Yeah. LGBT. So we will see him next year. Well, I did too. I went fast. You just didn't hear all of them. +2. It's a +2 on us sometimes. You got to look at that too. LGBTQ2 plus. So now the thing is, they knew what they was getting. Now you back on track, James. Thank you. Knew what they was getting. He got out of pocket because somebody ain't talked to him. Hey, bro, I understand, but you can't do certain things in the NFL. He thought he could because he's Ohio. When you go back home, you get the big head. And he went back and got the big head. So he'll be there, but can he get yanked quick next year? Yes. Really quick. Like week 3 quick. Week 3. Because the thing about it, the team hadn't showed improvement.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the team still look like week 1. And your quarterback still look like preseason. But they're going to give him a chance because they want a lot of work. But it's not going to work. Like I said, he's going to be on a short lease starting next year. Because they got to give him year 1. He didn't do nothing bad. He just had a lady dance to him, is what is on the outside, what it looks like. It's just a lady dance to him. But we know better. We know better. All right, man, look. We going to get back on John Gruden next week. Because we got to come back and visit that. And I don't even think it's going to be a
I think we're not going to go back and revisit John Gruden. John Gruden's going to come back and revisit us.
I was just going to say that. The only, now this is one good point. The only way he allows the players have to demand it. And the players think it's a joke right now. Until he do something to get their respect back, he's a joke.
Man, you know what? I feel like over half of the players in that situation, over half of the players in that locker room felt that situation and was like, hey, man, you was stupid. You got caught. I'm just saying. That man ain't lost no locker room. If anything, he got street cred.
He lost the locker room. Ain't no discipline in there now. He ain't got nothing on. Watch. Okay, look. When we go back to what we were saying on John Gruden, we will revisit John Gruden next week because it's going to be something else come out. Like Ray said. It's going to be something else come out. But I think we're going to end up just continue the conversation. And we got to put a bell or something on. Because we can talk about this all day. We did it before. And it did just like it went long. It went long. I just wish we had another sponsor. Appreciate that, Jane. We got 2 more months with your sponsorship money. We appreciate it. But if we have some more sponsors and we can get more time.
If you want to be like James, A. Martin, and you want to be a premier sponsor, get at your boy. I ain't hard to find.
You need to post your organization because you ain't been on here.
James. James. What you doing? Yeah, James. Put your business up on the chat line. Put your business up on the chat line, Doc.
He gone now, right? He gone.
Here you go. James ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right. It ain't gonna pop up. I bet he's gonna pop up. James had the last comment, and he ain't saying that.
I mean, there's a delay.
I'm around with it. I don't see nothing.
Oh, there it is. Bam, bam, bam. There's a delay. Bam, there's a delay.
Right. Is it on
Facebook? Me and you live.
Is it on Facebook? Or is it on Twitter? And where is it? Tell me. He said, I am here. Thank you, sir. So, y'all go see Martin Fitness Solutions. I can't go see him because I still live here. He needs to.
And I'm going to tell you something now. James ain't one of these fitness gurus that make you do all the work. I got to admit, he be out there too, running 18 miles a day. Keep it up, James.
Y'all go ahead and look at it. Yeah, he be running now. I saw that. Nah,
he said you can find him on Facebook, Martin Fitness Solutions. Find him on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Martin's Fitness. I do it after the live. Oh, there's the phone number: 662-142-0520.
Anyway.
Get at your boy. Get at your boy, James. If you got a gut, it ain't got no butt. Get at James. He'll reverse it around. You'll have all the butt and no gut. Get at your boy, James.
I knew it was something.
Martin Fitness Solutions.
Hey, I tell you what, I got a slogan for you. When I say my slogan, I'm gonna hit the button. We gonna get out of here. If you go to the coast and you eat the most, go see Martin Fitness Solutions.
Hey.
Hey man, we ain't talking about sport.
Hold on. If you want to get on the grind and got too much behind, get at Martin Solutions.
We appreciate everybody who stopped by to listen today. Join us again next week, right here on the R&R Show.
If you got too much flair and you can't even dab, get at Martin Fitness Solutions.
If you can't be a player and get beat the ground like Alabama did this weekend, get in there.
Martin Solutions can't help that. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We get at y'all next week.
You either be the hunter or you be Bama. Get that James. Hey man, we out. We'll see y'all next week. Holla.